Thank you for joining me on this journey. This is Completed Christianity. So welcome back once again. Another episode coming back for being complete. And so today is first day sun worship. So today we're going to continue this series we've started on sun worship. And this day in sun worship, we are going to discuss the five-pointed star. So the five-pointed star, you might know that you see this everywhere, and we're going to talk about that. And so in Ezekiel 8:16, it says, "And he brought me into the inner court of the house of Yahweh, and there at the door of the Hekal, the temple of Yahweh, between the porch and the altar, the slaughter place, were about 25 men with their backs toward the temple of Yahweh and their faces toward the east, and they were bowing themselves eastward to the sun." So they were worshiping the sun. We talked about this in a previous video. I think the first video on sun worship, we talked about this, and I think we talked about it in another video. This is egregious sin. They got their back to Yahweh's temple, incorporating his altar in their worship to the sun. So, don't even know how he let these guys live back then, but here we go. That's sun worship. It creeps in always. You go back and you look at ancient Israel and how that Yah let them out of Egypt with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm, and then it's like they go into this pagan sun worship, and it's like it doesn't make any sense. Well, when you go along and you learn about sun worship, it makes a lot of sense because it permeates our society and it affects each and every person. You may think, oh, this is ancient stuff. No, it affects your everyday life today. So our star, the sun. So this is the American Museum of Natural History. So our star, the sun. So as we learned, like in elementary school science, that the sun, it's a star. So sun worship is star worship, and stars are suns. And so this next slide of them, it says our sun is an ordinary star, just one among hundreds of billions of stars in the Milky Way galaxy. So plenty of sun worship to go around for everybody. So here, this five-pointed star, this star, when you see this, wherever you see it, occultically, it always represents the star Sirius. And here in the Sirius radio logo, you would have the five-pointed star for the eye of the dog. And so the Sirius, it's the dog star, connects back to ancient Egypt, to Anubis, in the dog days of summer when the Nile would flood. All of this stuff, it's showing you right here. It's the dog star Sirius, and it's connected to the five-pointed star. When you see this five-pointed star occultically, it always represents Sirius, which is the brightest star. So here, Albert Pike, the sun and the moon represent the two grand principles, the male and the female. So he's talking about the sun and the moon. It's sex magic. That's what this two grand principles, the male and the female, represents in the occult. It's sex magic. Both shed their light upon their offspring, the blazing star, or Horus. So this blazing star is represented as Sirius, and in one occult mythology here, that between the male and the female, that the blazing star then is Horus. So here, Albert Pike, he also references the blazing star, and he says that the blazing star in their Masonic temples, that 5-pointed star, it is the blazing star, and that's connected to Sirius. So here is a representation of a Masonic blazing star, as well as this you'd find in Masonic lodges with the star with the blaze behind it. So here we'll see this star in various places. You see it on many homes with this 5-pointed star up here. And when people put these things up there, it's probably a cool decoration. You see this a lot in Texas where I live. And it's the Lone Star State. They sell these things all over the place. It's just a 5-pointed star, that's what you think. But that is the definition for the uninitiated. The definition for the initiated is that you're putting their star up here. You're putting their Masonic blazing Sirius star up here, and it brings in this, more people that do this, it brings in this occult energy. So they believe. So you have it on this bench, and many people have seen this bench. It's very common. And now I've even seen where they've made this bench with the star upside down, which is the negative energy. So star right side up is the positive or good energy, down negative or evil energies. So many logos of businesses and different stuff, you'll see this star all over the place. Occultically, it always represents Sirius. And then on our flags, and like to an occultist, this says, oh, every state is claimed for Sirius. So Deuteronomy 4:15, therefore diligently guard yourselves, for you saw no form when Yahweh spoke to you at Horeb out of the midst of the fire, lest you should do corruptly and make for yourselves a carved image in the form of any figure, the likeness of male or female, the likeness of any beast that's on the earth, or the likeness of any winged bird that flies in the heavens, the likeness of any creature that creeps on the ground, or the likeness of any fish that's in the water or under the earth, unless you lift up your eyes to the heavens, and you shall see the sun and the moon and the stars and all the hosts of the heavens, and be drawn away into bowing down and serving them which Yahweh your Elohim has allotted to all the peoples under the heavens. And so, right here, sun worship, sun, moon, stars. Sun, moon, stars. That is not what Yahweh wants. This representation of the star that's placed everywhere, to him, it's an abomination. Psalm 89:34, my covenant I will not break, nor alter the word that has gone out of my lips. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Comments down below. Comments are of opposition or welcome. Just don't say anything dumb like we're not under the law. We're under grace, because you've been taught to use that verse outside of the bounds of its intended context. Subscribe now. Smash that subscribe button and ring that bell so that you get notifications of all future videos.